Hello. I am reminded of a little bit of my testimony before I came back to the Lord. One of the things that I was involved with, I was a up and coming filmmaker, student. Film, I was went to school, went to college for filmmaking and writing, screenwriting. And one of the first jobs I took right out of college, after graduating from college, I was working as a production assistant on a independent movie, and this is 99. So we'll just go into it. Nowadays, anybody with a iPhone can make a movie, but 25 years ago, a movie was considered low budget and independent if it was under $2 million. And I'm not going to get into too many details, but part of the thing was I was a production assistant intern for 3 weeks on this $2 million movie, which was considered low budget, which was considered independent. It had actors in there that semi-famous actors. They're basically I'm not even going to go into who these people are. But at the end of the shoot, it was fun filming that. And I worked on a couple other film sets as production assistants on other productions. But what led me to the Lord in those 3 years of trying to get into the business was basically, I saw the emptiness of it. I saw the actors, and I saw the directors, the cinematographers. They would give me information and just pointers and help. And I always am grateful for that. But I will share that just the looks on their faces, just the looks and the conversations we had about nothing and things that didn't matter in the long run. And it just made me feel so empty and hollow from that. And what I had, for me personally, what got to me was everybody has to make their own decisions for financial livelihood, for just, to pay the bills, basically. But I had to realize for myself that as a career, that was so shallow and empty and devoid of any kind of morality or values. Even where I was as an unbeliever, I still had morals and values and things that I held important to me as far as my faith went. And when I gave myself to Jesus, to Christ Jesus, it was it was something that I needed to do for myself. It was something that I needed to do because I saw the emptiness of Hollywood and LA and Los Angeles and the Hollywood system. And this guy took a lot. It took the director. He had to do so much work just to scrounge enough money to be considered a low budget feature, a 90-minute film. And from that, I made some friendships, and there were people that are basically on television now, and they're successful. And I don't have any kind of jealousy toward that. But what I would say is the fact is, for me personally, when I saw the machine of that Hollywood system, it was like, ugh. And I was on a low end of that Hollywood system as an intern, as a production assistant. It just made me feel like it was so shallow and meaningless. So when I gave my life to Jesus 3 years later, and then people showed me through and through, hey, you can still use your skills. these talents for God's glory, that you don't have to throw them away, but you don't have to go and serve the devil doing it. And that's a little tricky topic, because sometimes people would straight out just have really be offended when people say stuff like that. But for me personally, it was a situation I had to go through for myself to see where I didn't want to be. And 25 years later, occasionally I'll see a friend of mine on television or on a movie or whatnot, but I'm not jealous, and I'm not trying to be in their situation. But for me personally, I couldn't do it. It was not my thing. And God has different places and timing for everybody. You guys be blessed today. Take care.